Right, while the Russian dictator's threats to use nuclear weapons lest he lose his war in Ukraine are understandably the main concern, we can't lose sight of what's happening closer to home. A report today highlights the Chinese government's sustained attempts to subvert the leadership of the Solomon Islands in its attempt to establish a naval base there capable of interrupting the shipping lanes between Australia and the United States. Now, as well as funding local politicians' pet projects and, it's alleged, creating cash slush funds for their benefit, Beijing has been sponsoring training and trips to China for local journalists. According to a report from the Australian Strategic Policy Institute, print and social media in the Solomons increasingly claimed the government's security arrangements with Beijing are, quote, a necessary response to colonialist bullies. Now, largely thanks to Chinese embassy disinformation, social media negativity about China has dropped from around 75% to now 57%, while anti-Western commentary's gone from being non-existent to a rising 18%. Now, obviously, we can't do what China does when it comes to buying off local politicians. And at least the new government has a much more active program of Pacific Islands diplomacy than its immediate predecessor. Still, more's got to be done to expose just how deeply China has its tentacles into some of these Pacific leaders if we are to avoid a hostile military base on our doorstep.